want somebody that's
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
push you to be better in the room.
You need that around you. You need that around you.
And I think it's even special when you can. And again, it's one of those things where it's these different mentalities that exist within within hip hop that is really unique to other genres of music.
Yeah.
Where it's like I've gotten good at, as I kept going through my journey, at listening to somebody, and before I even get to the point of being like, oh, I'm better than this person, the first thing that I think of is, what do this person do that I don't do?
Right,
you know what I'm
real.
saying? Where it's like, oh, that, you know, to me, that's one of the things that really got me better with having less predictable flows, is that I listen to somebody and I'll be like, well, I'm more lyrical than him, but this nigga flow crazy on this song. This nigga done changed his flow. This nigga don't got no two bars that got the same cadence throughout this whole song. And it's like different artists where, like, you know, Way was like that with me. Whereas like listening to Way, I'd be like, this nigga ain't used the same cadence through none of these 16 bars, nigga. Like, how this nigga doing this? You know, like, and to me, even when you just talking about, you know, like the feel that you got in your music, one of the things that really impacted, you know, for me listening to your music is how well you take a real life experience and you turn it into a song, you know, and you turn it and you create it into something that where nobody else could have made this song, because the song is so personal to your experiences, you know, and also too, I think one of the other things that you do a good job of, and that like listening to you really made me sort of push myself on, is you do a good job of like representing Rockford. You know, I always tell people that Rockford don't got a certain sound, like production wise, but Rockford got a voice. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain voice that's there where, you know, it's a lot of artists who I done watched as they were, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19. And like, at that point, it was all just braggadocious and it's all tough guy and it's all
that. I'm the biggest dope seller. I'm the most goddamn it gangsters motherfucker out. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like you got to get to a space where you really just got to tap into self.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that I've seen is, like, as they get older and as you sort of get the opposite side of that story, where you telling the story at first where, you know, you winning every battle, you winning every beat.
Exactly.
And then you start to, as you go through life, you realize the niggas who survive, you gonna start to lose some of these battles. You start losing some of these beats. You start losing people. You start losing time to the system. And then if you can find a way to translate that into creating, that's become real special, you know. And I done watched that happen with a few different artists where it's like, oh yeah, I knew, bro, what you got right now is special. But what's gonna make it real special is when you can learn how to, and again, this is one of the things you do a really good job at, and Way do a really good job at, is taking something that is a vulnerability and presenting the vulnerability like it's a strength. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
And so it take a nigga 4 or 5 listens to even realize, like, you know, oh, this is a vulnerable song, you know, because you presenting the vulnerability in the same way that someone else present like they invulnerability, you know, or the same way that a young person presents their invulnerability. As you get older and you mature, you start to realize how to present that vulnerability with the same wit, you know, with the same passion, with the same metaphors and punchlines. And to me, that's one of the things that when I was younger, like listening to Pac, that's what really drew me into Pac, is that Pac will make a song, and it wouldn't be till I was older that I realized, like, oh, this nigga going through it on this song. You know what I'm saying? Like, If I Die Tonight is one of the songs where, like, I remember being a shorty getting Me Against the World, and I just thought If I Die Tonight was cold because the beat cold and he rapping on here cold. And it wasn't until I got older and going through different things and having different experiences where I listen back to If I Die Tonight, okay, I understand this better now. You know what I'm saying? I understand where he coming from with this song better. And to me, those are the artists that I've always been drawn to the most, is the artists that can present this thing that's very vulnerable and present it in a way where it seemed like it's a superpower, not a vulnerability.
I love shit like that. Like, I love that. I love that about Gates.
Yep, Kevin Gates got that. Yep.
I love that about Kanye.
Yep, yeah, I got
that. I love that about like a few artists, like Kanye, even Gates, like they'll say some shit that's like an inner thought.
Yeah, right.
Like, bro, why the fuck did you say that, bro? Why would you say that? You know, I didn't. You feel me? I didn't need to know that.
Right.
But like, it's like the way, like.
Breaking down design and got a purple tint to me. And the 815 every night a murder mystery. Tossing, turning in your sleep, it's hard to get relief. No time to speak, so keep it brief. My mission incomplete.
I still can't believe your ass gone. Somehow I can't honor that. Damn, I miss you, Black Tone. All I knew was Fond du Lac. Damn, I used to have songs about me wanting Ronda back. Now bullets flying over niggas' heads as if they John Morant.